Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. I would like to introduce Professor Vijay Raghavan. He is a distinguished professor in Center of Advancement of Computer Studies, University of Louisiana at Lafayette. And he has, you know, a lot of publications, a lot of research interests, and he got many awards. I think I listed some of them, only some of them, when I send information about him. So Dr. Raghavan is going to start his lecture now.
Good morning, everyone. It's a pleasure for me to be here to give this lecture at the Center for Information Assurance. I had the pleasure yesterday to meet with the center director, and we had a very good discussion for a few minutes. And so I'm, of course, extremely impressed with all the accomplishments that the center has made during the last 1 year, and I look forward to future collaborations with the center. I also like to thank everyone who made this visit possible, the arrangements that were made through the Dean of the college, Dr. Huzam, and Dr. Hafez, and others. The title of the presentation for this morning is Incorporating Trust into Web Search. And over the years, my specialization, my research area has been information retrieval. And you know, most of the information that's out there is text. So in that sense, I'm generally interested in a lot of different problems associated with text, and in particular, you know, searching web documents and you know, different kinds, like not only web pages but other types of web documents such as wikis and blogs and so on. This topic, as you know, it's very important, and the problem of people trying to spam search engines is becoming very, it's sort of a popular tactics that's used by many people, and so there's a lot of interest in this area, and ultimately the goal is to make sure that people get the pages that are reputable and not pages that are that are not desirable. So the outline of the talk is essentially to give some introduction to this area, and then to talk a little bit about how the approach that people are using to introduce spam or to confuse search engines, you know, how this technique has changed over time, and that's this part here. And then we talk about a couple of methods of incorporating trust into web search that we have done some recent experiments with, talk about some results, and conclude with some ideas we have for future work. This work, you know, I'm not, even though I've done information retrieval for many years, as far as incorporating trust into web search, in my group we are doing this work for about 1 year, and essentially the work is done by one of my new PhD students who started about in the fall of last year. So when the web started in the beginning, you know, mostly it was used by a very small group of people, like researchers, hobbyists, and educators, and so on. But now it has become highly commercial, and a lot of companies are representing their information. And in terms of some statistics, U.S. online retail sales in 2008 was about 204 billion, and of course, you know, when you look at worldwide, you know, it's going to be much bigger. And that was about 17% increase since 2007. And by this year, you know, this is, you know, I don't have the actual, but it was estimated that, you know, it would increase from 2007 by about 47%, or almost a third more. So in that sense, because of all this economic value that can be achieved through the web, and benefits that can be achieved, the web is really some sort of a battleground that many people are trying to get people's attention and people's eyeballs. And eyeballs means traffic, and traffic means money. So many people are concerned or interested in getting higher rank in search engines, and by getting higher rank to get more business, more traffic. So there are good ways or ethical ways to get higher rank, and you know, providing better content and preparing your web pages, you know, more in a professional way, and really displaying you know, the important keywords that are relevant to your business. Those kinds of things are the right ways to get a higher rank for search engines. And then there's a whole huge business out there. That sector of business is referred to as search engine optimization, and there are many companies who are helping other businesses by improving their web page and other strategies, so that a particular company can improve their ranking during web search. And there are also other ways, and such other ways are, we will talk about them a little bit you know, later on in the presentation, but they are more unethical or not proper ways to do it, but you cannot stop it. It still happens, and consequently, you need to. The search engines need to worry about that. Search engine operators need to worry about that, and the research topic that I'm discussing today relates to what the search engine companies might do. So search engine spam are techniques that manipulate search engines to generate high rankings, and they want to get their web pages to get high rank, or websites to get high rank. And there are a lot of different names that people have used. You know, you can just go to Wikipedia and search like web spam or things like that, and you'll find many different terms, you know, keyword spamming and link spamming and so on, and they're all, you know, generally methods that people are using. And as you know, Google was the first company that introduced in search a method that's based on how pages are interlinked, or how the pages are hyperlinked to each other. And they use the information of how pages are linked to each other as a way to create search result ranking. And so when